What was looking like late in the week as an episode of Survivor on CBS turned out to be a fabulous finish to the RBC Heritage. Tournament Director Steve Wilmot joining us with kind of a post-mortem. Your eyes are still open. That's good news. You survived the week. How did the tournament?
Actually, the tournament did too. You know, it's unfortunate some of the things that did play out the course of the week, but to have the finish that we had was just what we, the tournament, this community needed. The sun came out, had great competition. We had a couple of the top players in the world competing for that plaid jacket, and to have Matt Kuchar really kind of was the icing on the cake for that day, even though we had it was a very challenging week.
Well, no doubt it was a tremendously exciting finish. Let's go back, though, to Friday, okay? During round two, they have to suspend play, and it doesn't look like it's going to get better anytime soon. What was happening with your committee?
Well, it was truly a team effort again, and it's about relationships and community, and working very closely with this entire community and trying to put some other parts of the plan in place. But Toby McSwain, fortunately for us, is the Chief of Security and Safety for CSA Sea Pines, and he, through his relationships, my relationships, us working with this community, it was truly incredible what would happen. And it wasn't just making decisions, it was working with sign companies, working with the Sheriff's Department, working with the high school and Beaufort County Schools and Honeyhorn and Michael Marks, and I can go on and on and on in the town in Coligny. It was amazing what happened. It was one of the most difficult 5 hours probably in my entire tournament career anyway.
And I think it's important that everybody understand that this was easily one of the worst, for lack of a better term, weather situations you've ever really had here with the tournament, correct?
Right, we've experienced cold days, rainy days, hot days, windy days, and to put the week together like we had, you know, starting off with that rain on Tuesday, that's what really put us behind on the weekend. And then we had the cold on Wednesday, but without question, it was a very challenging week. But again, everybody seemed to, you know, step it up. Our volunteers to go through this, being outdoors as they were in these elements too. I thank them, and you know, again, this entire community to get together and you know, obviously have a great event.
What's the feedback been now that you've had a couple of days to start to hear from people back? Everything seemed to work about as well as it could. Good feedback?
Well, as you know, I mean, you learn from all experiences. You learn more from difficult and tough ones. And you know, what we went through Friday, Saturday, and through the weekend was extremely difficult. It wasn't perfect what we did. We've learned a lot from it. It's only gonna help us in planning for next year and do better. And yes, our plans are to put some of the things in place, and what exactly that is for next year is yet to be determined. But it was kind of a test run, I guess you can say.
Let's hope we don't need to put some of the plans into place that we had to incorporate this year. Let's hope that we don't need to do that for quite a while.
For
exactly.
Sure. Next up for you guys at the Heritage Classic Foundation is the Players Am. It's coming up before we know it, and you've got a new title sponsor and some extra excitement around that as well.
Yeah, actually, we had a company come out to us, actually Nautica. They approached us about a relationship on a year-round basis, not just with the RBC Heritage, but it's the Players Amateur presented by Nautica, which is held at Berkeley Hall each year, and we're excited about that relationship. And Nautica in this community is certainly seems to really make a lot of sense, and we're excited about that.
Steve, what are if we look at the Players Amateur coming up, for the fans that love to go and watch these great players, let's get some info to them about it. Where can they go to find out info on it, and when is it this year?
Actually, again, it's playersam.com, and go through the Heritage Classic Foundation. But you know, that event, which is held the second week of July, the 14th through the 20th, comparable to the RBC Heritage, where it falls in April. But you know, again, that is the best amateurs in the country, and it's become one of the premier events. And the winner of that event receives an exemption into next year's Heritage.
And we had some great play by amateurs this year in the RBC Heritage, so we can certainly look forward to one transferring to the other. Steve, thank you so much for coming in and joining us, and congratulations on a terrific RBC Heritage with a great champion, and go take a nap.
Thank you, thank you. But I appreciate your support, and obviously the viewers out there for your all support as well. it's great to be in this great community, being able to put on an event like this.